Hello everyone, Speed Generations, and we got a new review today. As I promised, we would do a review sometime after Christmas, a little after Christmas, but, we're still in December, so might as well. It might come out a few days late though, but just to let you know, I am recording this on like the frickin', I think, hold on, 28th. So, probably gonna be out somewhere in January then, since I wait a couple extra days to do so. But just to let you know that this was recorded in December. So yeah, today's review is going to be the Jada figures with Supersonic, Knuckles, and Tails. Obviously, before I left, Target, I didn't really pay too much attention to the pack or at all, but there's some like paint errors on Knuckles. Knuckles' eyes a little off, and Supersonic kind of looks fine, just the mouth, and then Tails is kind of fine too. But, you know, in all honesty, I might buy a separate Knuckles so I can have a better looking one. But here's the side, bottom with all the characters you have. Other side, up here on the top, we have metal figs on the, excuse me, on the top there too. Sonic the Hedgehog, miles per hour, Knuckles the Echidna, and the exclusive Supersonic, and Jada toys right down here. So let's get these out and see how good they are. Because, I mean, from other people, they liked them, and, you know, why not? Plus, I would love to have metal figs. Okay. We have him here out of the box, and after I took Knuckles out, take a look at what I discovered. Yeah, half of his tail is gone, and he's dented all to the sides right here, even the lower arm, and a little bit of back here. Jada, I'm gonna say this right now, as much as paint errors are gonna be highly likely on these guys, which I guess I don't mind because Jack Specific is not always perfect with it either. But you guys really, really need to glue stuff together properly or something, because my Knuckles is missing most of his tail right now. And when I went to Five Below down there, by the way, they only had tails. There was no Knuckles, and there was no Sonic, and there's no Shadow. So somehow I gotta find my replacements for just Knuckles and get Shadow and Sonic. But really, Jada, this is not how you do it. I mean, I was just only gonna complain about the eyes here and some of the paint qualities, but now there's more to complain about because it's already dented, and this back here is missing. And I know for a matter of fact, I am pretty safe when opening all of anything Sonic. But the other quality issues here are the eyes, as you can see from here. They're pretty far apart, and if I'm correct, it shows, on the back of the box, it shows kind of like this art. Except the eye isn't supposed to be all the way here, it's supposed to be all the way here. And this eye is perfectly fine. There's a couple red paint job errors here on the eye and down right here. But yeah, like Jada, yeah, there's a couple other errors here too, but Jada, really? That's not really how you take care of your stuff. I mean, I get you don't have any control after you send it out on a truck, but like, come on. Just make sure they get there safe. But yeah, Knuckles isn't too bad besides any of this. My only problems are obviously the eye, the whole bunch of just random paint errors, and the dents, and the missing back tail. So, Jada, that's a 5 out of 10 right there for you for Knuckles. But if he didn't have the dents, if the eye wasn't off-centered, and his tail wasn't really missing, then you guys would be getting a 10, but you guys are getting a 5 because of this. So let's move on to Tails. had to store the knuckles away, but here is the tails. Honestly, without any dents or paint errors, which this just looks like a paint error to me. Ugh, hiccup. Anyway, this tails I'd say is pretty good. It's actually a really good attempt at a metal tails figure, which is actually really good. I like the pose too. It's pretty cute on him. As it goes for the paint here, it's correct, and it's, of course, like any other Jada Sonic item they've released this year, it's all metallic, which they do that for some reason a lot. I mean, they even did that with the smaller pack I picked up previously before I found this 3-pack, and then they even picked up the Sonic Lamborghini that had that Sonic in it. Also, his leg came off after the recording, so that's nice. It's always nice. So anyway, as it goes for the rest of him here, it seems like the only part that they forgot to get metallic, which seems to be the shoes here, because if I take the knuckles back out, you know, the knuckles I really don't need anymore, his shoes here are metallic, and so are Supersonic's. Kind of weird, but I will let it pass because it's still a decent looking tails, accurate looking tails, and a good looking tails without any real paint errors, actually. So 10 out of 10, Jada. You did good with tails. At least tails so far. We're about to check out Supersonic, and I'm hoping Supersonic is good because I like Supersonic, and, you know, I would really hate to have to get a new one, so, but it's fine anyway. Yeah, let's move on to Supersonic. Here's our boy Supersonic, looking sick as hell, for sure. Also, as you can see here a little bit, there's a bit of a paint error where they forgot to put that down there, but then again, it could be just because of the muzzle here. There's a couple of, like, mistakes, whatever. I don't know if this is, like, them going over the paint or something, but that kind of looks weird. This kind of looked weird to me on the sides. The back seems to be fine too. Same thing goes for the sides here and his hands. So overall, this Supersonic is still pretty decent despite the little errors I'm noticing here. I will still take it because it's still decent looking. I still like this guy. So everything metallic is kind of down here, but it's kind of hard to tell that his whole body is metallic. Mostly his head, like, at least from on the camera and in real life, it seems kind of hard to see the metallic parts on Supersonic, but it's still pretty decent. At first I thought the muzzle was like pretty bad, but it was just the box, so it's only a little bit centered off. Still a great Supersonic. So game accurate again, pretty well. Obviously these guys are not going to have any articulation, so what the hell is there to go over with that? And, yeah, so not overall bad, in my honest opinion, for these guys. And clearly we got two winners, which are Tails and Supersonic. They are a 10 out of 10. Hold on, I'm going to make sure here just in case, like, because I remember when I was cutting Knuckles, I was trying to be careful with him. I want to make sure, like, the tail didn't, like, you know, fly off or something, because what if it did? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Alright, well, that's fine. Yeah, I guess that's the way Jada is. So we're only gonna bring this Knuckles back out for one more time, just to show him here. He'll be shown in the thumbnail, but obviously he won't be staying in my collection just because of the missing part, and he's kind of just dented in the eye is weird. But there you go. There's the Jada 3-pack minifigures. Do I suggest these? Yes, but I would try your best to, like, pick out the best one so it doesn't, like, seem so weird. Or you get what I mean. Like the way my Knuckles is, just be careful. And if you really have to, carefully take them out of the packaging. Like, okay. So I'm not gonna just put it back in here, but basically just pretend like it's in there, right? And then you pull it out, and you need to make sure to go to the back, make sure there's no missing pieces, and then if it's good, it's good. But I just feel like people should be more aware of that kind of stuff. I wasn't. I was just picking it and leaving that section with it. So yeah, that was my fault. But hey, I'm gonna have a Knuckles replacement sometime in the future, which I'm not too worried about, you know, Jada figs, because they've been kind of slow on Sonic for Jada. So I think I'm good. But other than that, it seems like these three are the best option to go with if you ever just if you wanted the Supersonic, then your best option is to go with this pack and then buy Shadow and Sonic separately. There is another 4-pack, or sorry, the only 4-pack, because this one's a 3-pack. There's a 4-pack out there that includes Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow. If you want to get that one instead, you can, but again, you'll be missing out on Supersonic here because you know, Tails and Knuckles are included in this pack, unless you could find someone on Mercari or eBay or somebody that's like selling this for a decent price. Other than that, you know, these, like I said, the 3-pack is definitely worth it out of the most, and the single packs would just be Sonic and Shadow, unless your Knuckles, Tails, or one of them is severely damaged, then you can get a replacement for those. So yeah, that was it. I think that was it for the video. Actually, hold on. I might as well grab the smaller ones of Sonic or Supersonic, Tails, and Knuckles to compare them from everything. So let's do that. Okay, so it's gonna seem like I'm trashing Knuckles here, but we're gonna just we're gonna do him first, because honestly, I'm the most disappointed with him, and I just want to get this over with so I can keep this Knuckles away from me. I know it sounds like I'm trashing on Knuckles, but I'm really not. I just don't like that this is missing. So, okay. So, from I think, like, I don't know how big these ones are, and these ones, but they're definitely bigger and scaled up. So, it's the same metallic color looking on both of these, and from what I'm noticing from the differences from both of these guys, oh, look at that. That one has the tail, but except it's like more on the right here. But anyway, the differences I'm noticing is that they put more effort into their bigger figures than their smaller figures. Because as you can see here, they didn't bother putting the gray right here for the shoes. Oh, this one's pretty dented up. Yeah, I wasn't really careful in taking these out that day. I just really wanted to see them out, so that was kind of my fault there, but I deal with it because, you know, I don't want to spend another $30 on the pack. So, like I said, there's more effort on the eyes, the shoes, and just around, there's just more effort put into the bigger figures than the smaller figures, which kind of sucks because, like, these are $30 for the whole pack. Like, why not put more effort into these guys than what you did? I just don't get it, but they can do whatever, I guess. They're Jada, so they can really do whatever they want. At least this one has a tail. So now let's get him out of here. Okay, we're gonna move to my favorite one now, Supersonic. Hold on a second, the camera won't stop being mean to me. Okay, here's a smaller one, here's the bigger one. This one's still in really good condition. He hasn't even been banged up at all yet. So again, it's just the same thing here. More metallic put onto this figure because the shoes don't even have that, and the body does. Not just that, again, more detail onto the bigger ones than the smaller ones. And, oops. I guess that's kind of just it. I mean, to compare these guys to the smaller ones, it just seems like there's more effort put into the bigger ones instead of the smaller ones, which kind of sucks, but I don't know. You guys make us pay almost $30 for this 3-pack too, so I think these are more worth it than these guys, but you know, it's your guys' opinion at the end of the day. My opinion is just, I think these are better. Here's the Tails one though. I'm not going to say anything. You guys already know how I feel about this, that just they're bigger and have more detail for the bigger ones, which is true. So yeah, there you go. That was, oops, that was the Jada 3-pack. That was the Jada 3-pack review. I will definitely be bringing Knuckles back into the review once I get a better looking one with Shadow and Sonic. So once that happens, I think you'll get a lot more positive review out of me from Knuckles than the 3-pack. But there you go. I will be displaying these two on the shelf somewhere out there. And unfortunately, this boy here kind of just has to suffer in silence and pain without the other two because his tail's gone. But yeah, the next video I'm thinking either can be the Prime figurines or the 2-pack, but I haven't decided yet. So I don't know if I should record another one after this or not, but yeah, there you go though. I might as well get to editing this and keep it in for a bit until I'm like, okay, yeah, it's time to upload it. But there you go, guys. That was it. Hope you did enjoy this video despite me trashing on Knuckles quite a bit, which kind of sucked considering he was my favorite character, but one of them, Sonic, and mightier than my other two, along with Fang. But yeah, I'll see you on the next one whenever I decide to do that, or whatever the next thing is I decide to do. So see you on the next one. Bye.